Can you stop drinking without going to rehab? Short answer, yes. But the longer answer is where it gets interesting. Rehab isn't wrong, but it isn't the only path. And honestly, for most women who are quietly Googling this question at 2 a.m., it's not even the most realistic first step. Here's the real kicker. If you're high functioning enough to even be searching this question out online, odds are you don't need a $30,000 stay in a fancy rehab to figure out your relationship to wine. What you need is something far more powerful and honestly, far more practical. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what rehab is designed for, why a large segment of people don't need it to stop drinking, and what alternative paths might work better if you're highly functioning but still struggling. Here's the truth. Rehab is typically for crisis mode, detox, medical supervision, or situations where someone's life is literally on the line. It's short term, it's expensive, and most of the time, it doesn't address what happens after. And here's something most people don't realize. Relapse rates post rehab are high, not because people are weak, but because rehab doesn't help you rebuild your daily life. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone. And most women in midlife who are asking this question aren't in crisis mode. They're showing up at work, they're managing their families, they're crushing their to-do lists, and then numbing out at night. Sound familiar? That's not a rehab problem. That's a pattern problem. Here's a science fact. Habits are built in the brain, the part of your brain that runs on autopilot. Think brushing your teeth or driving to work every day or pouring yourself a glass of wine at 6 o'clock, whether you want it or not. These aren't moral failings. They're brain loops. They're habit loops. And the good news, loops can be rewired. You don't need a padded room or some medical supervision to retrain your brain. You need awareness, some new coping tools, and consistent practice. I used to think if I can't stop drinking on my own, that must mean I need rehab. That shame spiral kept me stuck for years. The truth, you don't need a medical or supervised facility to take a break from alcohol. You need accountability, you need structure, and you need a new playbook for dealing with stress, boredom, and whatever else your trigger is. Because nobody tells you this part. Rehab doesn't teach you how to walk in your kitchen after a long, stressful day at work and not reach for the bottle. Rehab doesn't sit with you during the Netflix binge when the trigger hits. Rehab doesn't teach you how to reset your thoughts in real time. That's the work you have to do in your real life while all the other stuff's happening at the same time. So let's reframe this. Rehab is definitely one option, and some people absolutely need rehab, not everyone. Doing nothing is another option. Those seem like the extremes. But there's a third path. Start where you are. Give yourself permission to explore alcohol-free living without hitting some imaginary rock bottom or real rock bottom. Listen to me. Come closer. Listen. You don't need to lose everything before you start choosing yourself. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up energized, clear-headed, and proud and excited about the day ahead of you without disappearing for 30 days and draining your bank account. That's the power of starting small, but starting right now. That's one of the reasons I created the Thirsty Types quiz. Rehab gives you treatment. My quiz will give you insight. No, I'm not saying this quiz takes the place of rehab, but it's a good way to start right now where you are. It'll show you why alcohol has such a confusing, tight grip on you, whether it's about peace, escape, control, or connection. Because when you know your type, when you know what you're thirsty for, you understand your cravings. And once you understand them, you can design your own alcohol-free path. I'm living proof of that. So take the quiz. It's free, it's fast, and it's your first step. It's right below this video. And once you've got that clarity, here's the next question you want answered. What happens if I actually quit? The benefits will blow your mind, and your body will start thanking you faster than you think. That's what I'll dive into next week. But don't skip steps. Start with the quiz, and let's figure out your thirsty type today.